In the 184 class, where Presbyterian will have Nathan Furman up against Air Force's Gage Musser. Valiant effort by Caleb Rowe there at the 174. Had a couple of solid moments, but Jack Ganos the advantage for most of that bout and kept on accumulating those takedowns. Brings his team up 23-6 in this duel. 26-3 rather. Now Nathan Furman working on Gage Musser again. To get PC back on the board. Only match one so far for Presbyterian. Out of our card was Ethan Holliday. That decision victory over Alec Viduda in that battle of seniors. Nathan Furman, the sophomore out of Cocoa, Florida. Things back to the middle of the mat with Gage Musser up 3-0. Musser, the senior out of Hadley, Pennsylvania. And one of the few older members of the squad here in this relatively young Air Force roster. Musser with a 12-7 record coming into today's duel. Nathan Furman looking for his first win individually. 24-25, an 0-3 record coming into today. Both wrestlers go there. Attempts to pick the legs, unsuccessful. Furman in a little bit of a predicament here with his right leg. Scored the escape, but an issue there. That right leg was almost getting into a split. The stalemate and return to neutral here with 1:08 to go here in this first round. Down to guard against Musser. Trying to work his way back into this bout, down 3-1. Musser went 1-1 this past weekend against South Dakota and North Dakota States. Picked up a decision win against the latter. Lost to number 6 ranked Bennett Burge of South Dakota State by technical fall. And had a good chance to compete against some high-level wrestlers at the 184 class. We reached the end of the first round. Musser with the 3-1 lead over Furman. Nathan Furman will take the top position here to start round number 2. Furman, again, as we said, trying to get his first win individually of the season. Win 3 on the year. Competed at the Duke Trials back in November. Took a decision loss as well to Davidson's Bryce Griffin. We are on in the season on November 17th. Went 2-2 in limited action in his freshman campaign a season ago. Musser now up to a 7-1 advantage. Minute 10 to go here in this second round. Musser with positioning on top of Furman here. as the bout's pace slows down to a crawl. Musser hooking that left arm of Furman. Furman guarding against senior Musser, flipping him over. Point scored there on the sequence. Both wrestlers sliding toward the edge of the mat, and that will cause the stoppage. So you have the stalemate there with 29 seconds to go in round 2. Air Force's Gage Musser with the 7-1 lead. Furman gets picked up, dropped down to the mat. Once again, Musser with the advantage, now trying to swirl around and accumulate some more points. That riding time well in favor of the Air Force senior. That'll bring us to the end of the second round. Furman will now be on top. Here in round 3, a lot of work for Furman to do, down 7-1. So we talked about his record before. Really improved here in his senior year. Had a 7-9 record season ago to 12 wins here in 24-25. Have another stalemate. So we look beyond today. Of course, we talked about for Presbyterian, this is a big week of competition. And we'll have another stalemate reset to the middle. Neutral position here. Well, Musser scored an escape point, now up 8-1. Minute 30 to go here in the bout. Again, this is part 1 of a huge 3-match weekend for the Blue Hose. They'll be right back here at the Templeton Gymnasium on Sunday afternoon to take on Citadel, for heading on the road the next day to take on Appalachian State. The Air Force out of the Big 12 taking its opportunity to travel east. Only taking on Presbyterian out here, but we'll travel up to Davidson on Sunday. Take on another Southern Conference opponent. .40 seconds to go here in this bout. Musser continuing to maintain that 8-1 lead over Nathan Furman. Closing in on the victory here. .25 seconds to go. Either gaining an advantage so far, and time running out on Nathan Furman. Pace picks up as we saw an opening there. Furman flipped to the ground, 1 second. Well, and that will do it. As final takedown scored right before the end of the third round there makes the score 11-1, and either way, bout is won by Gage Musser. He wins by major decision. The score 30-3 in favor of Air Force. We'll be back in a moment here on ESPN Plus with the 197 weight class.